first of all, I want to say thank you. You know, I'm not an awards type of person. And to be honest, there's a big part of me that really can't accept any award for what I believe all of us in this room are doing every day, day and night. I can't really accept an award unless I accept it on behalf of and with my comrades and my colleagues that I stand together with every day, without whom none of the stuff that I'm doing would be possible. So if I accept the award, then I have to accept it with the mandate that I feel goes along with it. The mandate that goes along with it is that, you know, together, I promise to you that I'm going to work with these folk and I'm going to work with all of you to build the most powerful movement for media justice that's possible. The first thing that I believe has to be done is we have to make it clear that media justice is not rhetoric.
That's right.
It's not a sexy synonym for diversity. It's about structural change. And that doesn't mean that it's in opposition to reform, because in fact, every single person in this room is working on small reforms. The difference is it for what? What's the outcome? What do we want in the end? In the end of it all, I want to see racial justice. In the end of it all, I want to see some policy change that has nothing to do with media. In the end of it all, I want to see people at work who before were not able to find employment. In the end of it all, I want to see economics redistributed across this, not only this country, but this world. The biggest defining characteristic of media justice is that it's not about the media. It's about justice. Justice comes first. That's the biggest word in media justice, is justice. Media is a small m. It's a vehicle. It's a medium for change. It's not the change itself. We understand that it's a terrain. We've chosen that landscape for struggle. We could have just as easily chosen the IMF. We could have just as easily chosen some other institution that frames and shapes how we live. But we chose the media system because we believe it's an important and central part of how we understand rules, how we understand votes, how we understand who has the right to power, how we understand why our democracy is so failed, and whether or not our communities can take action to change it. The media system, for me, is something that destroyed the movement my mother was a part of. She was a Black Panther, as many of you know. And I watched many of her comrades go to prison. My uncle just was incarcerated 25 years to life 4 years ago for a crime they said was committed in 1972. Same evidence, same facts. You know what was different? The media coverage was different. This time it wasn't in New York with the strong movement surrounding it. It was in Atlanta with nothing, with one newspaper. It was different. So what I want to say to you is that I understand how media coverage can shape a movement or destroy it. I understand how not having the pathway to speak is the same as not having the pathway to march on the street like they're working for in San Antonio, Texas. I understand that First Amendment rights are nothing if there's not the power to distribute those rights. So we're working, when we say media justice, we're not simply talking about, like I said, rhetorical. It's not a rhetorical conversation. It's not something that means you got a couple of people of color in the room. You got a couple of young people in the room. It's a framework for change. There's a vision attached to it. There's a strategy related to it. That strategy is fundamentally rooted in community organizing. It's fundamentally rooted in independent production and the relationship between community organizing and independent production. It's fundamentally rooted in all of the strategies that we've worked with for social change. So pretty much, you know, my acceptance of this award is not even about me. You could have gave this award to anybody up in here. and it would have had the same meaning. Because from Seattle to New York to all throughout Appalachia, you know, I mean, all over this country, in the Bay Area, soon to be in Chicago, Detroit, hopefully. I mean, all over this country, folks are working to make this kind of change, and we're coordinating and we're connected. And through that process, we promise, can I offer that? Can I say that? We promise to build a strong movement with you. Thank you.
Yeah.